Ain't no room around here for a guitar man. Hello, everybody. It's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are here for another Wednesday night to do our sacred pipe ceremony. So I am here, and I didn't realize my shirt was so purple, but welcome. And we are down here on the Cedar River. Look at where we are. Look how beautiful, green and lush, even though it's a little overcast. This is my beautiful little spot where I come for ceremony. Even got a little place for a campfire if I want. So this is where I am, and this is where you will be in a minute when I set sacred space. You'll be right here with me. So I'm a little bit almost late because, whoops, there we go. I was listening to, for some reason, the last couple of days, I've been listening to a lot of 80s country music. So I know there's some kind of childhood something or other that I'm healing or something like that, but so yeah, I've been listening to a lot of country music. Interesting the way I had to stop. So when I was in high school and college, I listened to nothing. Hey Leslie, welcome. You can't hear me? Can anyone else hear me? There's a couple people on. I hope you can hear me. So someone give me a thumbs up or a heart or something if you can hear me. There is no sound. Valerie, I see you're on there. Is there sound? Can you hear me? Okay. Leslie, if you want to try going out and coming back in, Valerie says she has sound. And so I don't think it's my end. I've had other people sometimes say they couldn't hear me. I had to, let's see here. I'm creating a new phone station. I have to like plug together a couple of stones to lean my phone against. Let's see if that works. Nope. All right. Oofda. Here we go. All right. Okay. Wow, there we go. It's a little sideways, but I'm always kind of a little off center anyway, so yeah, so welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm hoping everyone can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. So we are going to be doing our sacred pipe ceremony today, which I will explain in a moment. I was saying earlier, awesome, good, I'm glad. Leslie, I'm glad you could join us. I'm glad you can hear me now. So I was a little late because I was jamming down to some 80s country music, kind of reliving my childhood. That's going to annoy me because it's not straight. Okay, let's Let's see if we can. There we go. Perfect. Reliving my childhood back when I listened to nothing but country music. And when I, oh my God. Ah. Okay. La la la. All right, let's see. I might have to change gears here just to have my phone. Is that gonna? Okay. There we go. Perfect. Don't move. Don't move. My phone. All right. All right. So, welcome everybody. If you came in late, and if you don't know who I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I'm just setting up my altar, getting things ready, making sure I got everything out that I need. And we are going to do sacred pipe ceremony. I started doing these videos back at the beginning of the pandemic, when we couldn't obviously get together in person, and I still wanted to support my community. So had we been in person, I would have been doing these ceremonies in person. But so I actually asked permission of White Buffalo Calf Woman, who is one of my main guides and has been for like over 15 years now. And she's the one who brought the original sacred pipe to the Lakota people. So figured I had it right from, you know, the source. Started videoing these, and so I've been doing this for a little over 3 years now, and it's just, pipe ceremony is the most sacred ceremony that I have experienced, and I have been around the block. So it's just such an honor and a pleasure to be able to share such a sacred thing, a sacred space, a sacred ceremony with others. And so that's what I am here to do. But before we do that, I am going to set sacred space, create an energetic container. And when I do that, with my intention is that then you are enclosed in that same energetic container, that same bubble of light and love. So you will virtually be right here on the river with me. So here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. It always breathes so much easier after that. So, if you are watching this for the first time, or if you have never been to a pipe ceremony, let me do a quick little tutorial. It was a 2 chai day. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night for some reason, so. All right, so this is a sacred pipe. Like I said, the original sacred pipe was brought to the Lakota people by White Buffalo Calf Woman 19 generations ago. And so the original pipe is still held by Chief Arbel Looking Horse, who is the 19th keeper of the White Buffalo pipe. And so when White Buffalo Calf Woman brought the pipe to the people, it was a time of scarcity. Game was scarce, there was drought, the different bands were arguing and bickering with each other. It was kind of a time of unrest. And she came and brought the pipe as a tool to unite everybody. And that has taken on a global sense now. There are pipe carriers all over the world, every race, every continent. Again, it's all about uniting. The stem is the divine masculine, and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put them together, it is all of creation. It is the unification of the seeming duality of the universe. So we put it together, it is literally the presence of the divine. It's like holding the cosmos in our hands. And when White Buffalo Calf Woman brought it, bringing all the people of the tribe together, but also the red of the stone, the catlinite, is the red of the blood of all people. So not just the original tribe, but all people in the global sense, all one family, all one tribe. So when we smoke together, we're breathing each other's air. There's nothing more intimate than that. So when we smoke the pipe, it's said that you can't smoke the pipe and lie. And say if you don't believe that, ask Custer. So anyway, so we smoke the pipe, and the smoke, the tobacco smoke, takes our prayers and intentions to Great Spirit. When I put the pipe together, until I take it apart, is one giant prayer. And so it actually, when I join the pipe, it wakes up the spirit of my pipe, and it opens a channel straight to Great Spirit. So everything you think, everything you intend or pray, while the pipe is together, goes straight to Source. So pay attention to your thoughts and pay attention to your prayers. I find it best to pray in gratitude for what hasn't even happened yet, or what, pray in gratitude for what you want, as if you've already received it. And like I said, with that channel wide open to Source, things happen, things manifest exponentially. So pray your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions, and just know that when that, my friend Thomas the Crow just flew by. Everything you think and everything you intend, like straight to Source. So what the ceremony itself is going to look like, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage, and I've got a little bit of a little bit of cedar. The branch I just pulled it from is not from a living tree, just to let you know. So we got some cedar and some sage and a little bit of mugwort. I'm going to light those, and I'm going to smudge everything here on my altar. And then I'm going to say a prayer, ask permission to smoke, and then I will put the pipe together. And then I'm going to put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And that part I do out loud, so you'll hear the prayers I say, etc. And then once I have the pipe packed, there's a song. Like I mentioned earlier, when I started doing these videos, I asked permission of White Buffalo Calf Woman, and her response was, well, whose idea do you think it was? And then she gave me a song to sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. And so once I have the pipe packed, I will sing that song, and then I will light the pipe, and I will do some breath blessings, blowing smoke and offering the pipe to the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then to Creator. And then I'll pause for a moment with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart for a moment of silent prayer. And I'll come back. I'll probably have to relight the pipe. But then the first thing I will do at that time is I'll take a great big puff of smoke and I will blow it straight at my camera. And that is a blessing coming to you through the magic of the internet and the holographic universe, through my camera, through whatever device you're watching this, to your heart. Even if you're watching this a week, a month, a year, 10 years from now, it's still as vital as when I'm like filming this live. The energy is still there, and that blessing is still there. And at that point, that's when you say your biggest prayers, your biggest intentions, because that smoke is coming to answer your prayers. Then I'll continue to blow breath blessings for different intentions of my own and intentions people have asked me to pray for. I might sit momentarily in quiet meditation and then start smoking again. And at some point, when it feels complete, I will say another prayer. I will, sing another song, and I will take the pipe apart. And that will be the end of the ceremonial part, the pipe ceremony itself. And then if you want to stick around a little after that, my guides usually have something to say. I just kind of speak from the heart. Actually, that's one of my spirit names. It was like the name I was given at one of my first vision quests. I woke up. Actually, I didn't wake up because I had been awake all night. But in the morning, I heard chanting. I'm sitting in a sweat lodge, and it was cold. Of course, we didn't have the hot stones. I had spent the night in the sweat lodge, and the next morning, I literally thought I was going to freeze to death. I thought I was going to get hypothermia or something. It was so cold. But then the sun came up, it started to warm up, and I started hearing chanting. I'm like, who's singing? Who's chanting? And I look around, and the grandfather stones that were in the middle of the lodge from the first part of the sweat lodge that we did before the vision quest, the stones were chanting to me. and I heard somebody whisper in my ear, "Speaks his heart." It was like, that was one of my spirit names, Speaks his heart. And so when we're done with the pipe ceremony portion, I will speak my heart and see what Spirit has to say, and I hope you'll stick around for that part. There's usually something in there that's pretty good. And then when we're done, I will drum and release the spirits who so lovingly are holding space for us now, and we will go about our business. But my whole intention in doing this is to give people a space, sacred space, outside of time, once a week, just an hour or so, for people to come and to take the world off their shoulders and to connect to Spirit in whatever way they do that. So, and if you need more than one time a week, I am going to share this to my Facebook page, and I'm also going to upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel, so you can watch it in as many times as you need to. If you need a time of just stillness, contemplation, feel free to rewatch it anytime. All right, so I think that's it. So let's do ceremony. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Oh. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboos. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo, Catwoman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane.
Grandmother Eagle, we send our voice. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for your guidance, for your promises, for holding us, loving us, seeing us without judgment or agenda. Thank you for living within us, lighting our way home. For who we have been, for who we have become, and for who we are becoming. Aho. Ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihila ihio. Oofda. Oofda. That was a 2 oofda ceremony. Oh, so I hope you were able to get a taste of how powerful, how sacred that ceremony is. I've been a pipe carrier for 6 years now, I think. And I've been going, my teacher, Tess Sterling, was the owner and founder of Stargazers Metaphysical Gallery in Bellevue, and I had been going to her pipe. She had a pipe ceremony every Sunday, and she passed on a little over a year ago, and I took over that circle for a little bit, for a little over a year, and they're still doing it every Sunday at Stargazers in Bellevue. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Leslie. It's powerful stuff. You know, it's simple, and sometimes the simpler
the more powerful, right? My smudge pile decided to burst into flame again. Anyway, and I've started doing in person. I'm going to do some in-person pipe ceremonies throughout the summer. I'm not sure the schedule yet, but if you're local, keep paying attention to my my Facebook page, and that's where I usually post the event copy, etc., to see when I'm going to do more pipe ceremonies. The next couple of weeks, I've got my weekends are all filled, so it'll probably be July before I do another in-person one. But keep watching. Let's see what else. So I've been sitting here doing this for 3 years, and what I find amazing is that I've never run out of anything to say. And I never have planned ahead of time what I'm going to say, what I'm going to talk about. And for 3 years, and then when I was doing leading the pipe ceremony every Sunday or every other Sunday, again, it's like, it's so amazing. Like, when you realize that you're not in charge, when you realize it's not up to you to figure things out, and just to allow things and to follow the threads of spirit, it's amazing what happens. And where I'm going with that is, it's amazing how healing comes from surrender. Healing, you know, they talk about having to fight, you know, fight the disease and all that kind of stuff. And that's more of, to me, in my mind, Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, is one of my main spirit guides as well. And the one thing she's constantly telling me is, don't give up, just surrender. And I think when it comes to healing, the fight is more of the not giving up part. And it's only in surrender that we are healed. It's when we let down our guard, when we open our hearts, and that is one of the biggest purposes of this ceremony for me, is to hold that space for you where you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel accepted. And when we're seen, when we're accepted, when we're safe, that's when our hearts open. And that's when we can receive the blessings of spirit. Hey guys. Can you hear the chickadees? I suddenly have this little bunch of chickadees just kind of zipping all over the place. Anyway, you know, and I say this all the time. If you've been watching this for any length of time, it's you know, like the old Taoist saying, you can't grasp water. The only way you can hold water is with open hands. And it's the same with our hearts. We can't receive the blessings. We might be praying and praying and praying for healing, and praying for this or that outcome, but it doesn't work. There's no place to catch the blessings, right? And so we have to pray, set our intentions, and then trust open our heart, open our hands to receive those blessings, to receive that healing. Like I'm always saying, you need to leave space for the miracles to happen. You need to leave space for the magic. I mean, you can figure things out, boom, 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 boom. You can have everything logically figured out and scheduled, and but that kind of, that kind of life might work, but at the same time, there's no magic. Magic is life. Life is magic. And if you're not leaving that space open for the happy surprises, as Tess used to say, or the synchronicities, or the chance serendipity meetings. I just saw a client today that met a friend of, so talking about synchronicities, this woman, these two women met, okay? And they started talking metaphysical stuff. And the one woman said, yeah, I'm thinking about going down to Four Sisters where my office is. I'm thinking about going to Four Sisters because there's a shaman down there. And hey, Melanie, welcome. You missed the ceremony, but you get to still hear me talk. But so this woman was like, I think I'm going to go to the Four Sisters because they have a shaman down there and I really need some direction, etc., etc. And the other woman's like, oh, I know him. He's a friend of mine. And so my friend was able to bring this woman down and talk to me. And it's like the chance of those synchronicities, of them meeting, of them saying the right things, to come to the realization that they both wanted to come down, like had similar goals or whatever, and that it was a really cool synchronicity to happen. And if you're planning everything out to the second or the hour or whatever, you're not leaving space for those serendipitous moments, for the magic to get in, right? So relax. Know that you cannot be anything other than in the right place at the right time. And it's when you're open to receiving, it's when you're open, when you're open-minded, when you're open-hearted, that's when things happen that you couldn't have planned. Just like Dr. Wayne Dyer said, you'll see it when you believe it. It's not the other way around. If you're not believing it, the most miraculous synchronicities can happen, like click, click, click right in front of you. And if you're not of an open-minded mindset, you're going to miss it or you're going to rationalize it away. But if you have the open-minded, open-hearted stance to be able to follow those breadcrumbs, life is magical. Life is meant to be magical. When I learned how to do soul retrieval, which is a shamanic healing ceremony, I learned from Sandra Ingerman, who's a really well-known shamanic teacher, internationally known, and she's been doing this work for like 40 some years. And she told us, like, she will still, after all this time, she'll sit down in front of a client to do healing, and she'll get that performance anxiety, right? And she's like, oh my God, who am I to do this? And I experience this every time I sit down to do a soul retrieval or a healing. It's like, who am I? Why? I can't do this. And like she said, it's like, well, hello, Kingfisher. Hi. The good news is you don't have to do it. It's not you who's doing it. It's opening to spirit. Like in shamanism, we talk about becoming the hollow bone. We become the physical hollow bone for spirit to move through into the world. And we become the hands and the voice and the eyes of spirit. And it's spirit that does the real changes. It's spirit that creates the words that are coming through my mouth right now. If I were trying to like write things up beforehand and memorize things and, oh, I gotta say this and I've gotta say that, there's no, I would be a nervous wreck. And so it's like showing up as a clean slate, showing up with that trust and the belief that spirit is there, and just connecting to spirit, opening to spirit. That's where the magic happens. So be open to the magic. Leave space for the magic. Leave room for the magic. I saw an author. I know I keep, like, if you've been watching these for a long time, I have a tendency to repeat myself or to repeat stories and stuff. And if you get tired of hearing these things, I apologize. But there was a fantasy writer, Mercedes Lackey. Some of you may have read her stuff. But I went to a book reading, signing from her one time. And she was talking about her process. And when she's writing a book, she kind of gets, she's got the main plot line figured out. She knows where it starts, and she knows where it's heading. Thank you, Kingfisher. And so she has the plot line set out, but there's always, she doesn't know how to get from A to C. And so B is a miracle happens here. Magic happens here. That's all you have to do. Ground where you are. Visualize, set the intention of what you want to discover. What you want to manifest. Who do you want to be? What do you want to experience? And then you let go. That's like basic manifesting, creative visualization 101. It's you set your intention and then you let go. And then the magic happens, and then you just follow your intuition. It's like the cosmic GPS system. You set your destination, your intention of where you want to be, and then you trust that the GPS is going to tell you step by step how to get there, right? It's the same thing. You set that intention of who do you want to be in a year? Who do you want to be in 6 months? What do you want to experience? You set that intention into the GPS system, and then you let go and trust that the system is going to take you exactly where you want to go. It might take a long, windy way to get there. That happens. I swear I've found a half dozen ways to go to the same place because of the GPS. Siri is always putting me on a different route to different places, to the same place. But you're going to get there. That part is guaranteed. And you don't have to second guess every, oh, is this a stoplight or is it the next stoplight? Wait, this looks familiar. I think I'm supposed to turn here, even though The GPS is telling you to go straight, right? And the good news is there are no wrong turns. Even if you turn at the wrong stoplight, what does a GPS do? Rerouting. The universe, like, okay, you went there. Okay, rerouting, and we'll bring you back to the best course to get to where you're going. When you realize that the universe is a non-dual universe, that everything is one, undivided, and that the universe is on your side, you are one with the universe. You came from source energy. You are an expression of source divine energy. So there's nothing out there to harm you. I'm not saying that harm doesn't happen and people don't get hurt, accidents, etc., etc., etc. But the universe has your back. It's like that Einstein quote about the biggest decision you'll ever make is whether you live in a friendly universe or a hostile one. If you believe you live in a friendly universe, you'll see it when you believe it, right? All of a sudden you start to notice the synchronicities. And then not only that, you see that when things fall through or things seem to be negative, that there's actually a blessing that comes from those. And it's like, oh God, thank God I didn't go that way. Thank God that did fall through, because otherwise this other opportunity wouldn't have happened. So it's learning to navigate by the magic, by the synchronicities. So leave space for the magic, leave space for the miracles. Expect miracles. That's the most realistic thing you can do. Yeah. Because you are a miracle. You are a walking, talking miracle. You are an expression of divine energy. You are earth, air, fire, and water put together with spirit, walking through this beautiful world, connected to everything, in relationship with everything. Because, like the Lakota say, all my relations, right? All my relations, including the trees, the birds, the river, the rocks, the drum, everything that is, whatever it is, it's divine. And it is a part of you. Everything outside of you is also within you. So, yeah. I guess that's what I have to say for the evening. I hope that's helpful. I hope you find a little nugget of wisdom or encouragement in my words and the ceremony. Know that that is my job, is to support you. My job is to help you find your path, not to, instill my path upon you, but to help you find your own unique dance moves, rhythm, heartbeat, and the heartbeat of the universe, right? So you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, to see all the different shamanic services I offer, healings and readings and teachings, oh my. And you can sign up for a session with me right there on my website, or you can email me or text me at 253-336-0383. And my greatest joy is to help others find their way. what else? So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your energy and contributing to the ceremony. Even if you're watching this a year from now, like I said, your energy is still a vital component of what happens in this moment. Oh, you're so welcome, Leslie. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you were here. And if you would like to support your local friendly neighborhood shaman, when I share this to my Facebook page, I'll have different information on where you can follow me, etc. And I'll have my PayPal information there if you'd like to donate to help support me in my work so that I can support you. So thank you in advance. I gratefully accept what is given. So now it's time to release those spirits that have been lovingly holding space for us. Let them return. Let us move back into the mundane world. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your energy, your love. Know that until I see you again, I love you, I see you, and I honor you. Have a wonderful week. I hope to see you back here next week. And go shining. All right. Bye.